Episode 4, Why You Shouldn't Leave Your Kids or Partner Guessing. If something happened to you tomorrow, would your kids or partner know what to do? Not just emotionally, I mean the real logistical things. Would they know what your wishes for care were, where your accounts are, or how you wanted to be remembered? Most people answer that question with a pause because they realize probably not. And that pause matters because that pause means there are things left unsaid, there's paperwork unfinished, or there are decisions waiting. And the truth is, if we don't name what matters now, then our loved ones end up guessing later. They try to guess what we wanted, what to do, and what's right. And that guessing doesn't really feel like the treatment we know they deserve. Today, I want to talk about what happens when we leave our loved ones to fill in the blanks, and how a few simple, brave decisions can save them from carrying that burden. Because clarity is one of the most loving things you can give. I've known families torn apart by uncertainty, not necessarily because anyone was greedy or cruel, but mostly because no one was sure. Trying to interpret memories like, I know they wanted to be cremated, but did they want a service, or vice versa? Did they wanted a service, but didn't mention about being cremated or buried? They weren't sure what to do with the ashes. They didn't know where their prized possessions wanted to end up. These situations can often lead to conflict because different family members have varying recollections and ideas of what should happen. And that's what guessing does. It turns love into tension and grief into guilt. And sometimes that tension can last for years because they fight out of wanting to honor you and just not knowing how. I personally have experienced and heard about lots of these situations over money, property, heirlooms, medical choices, and even planning the services or memorial. That's fighting and lingering pain that could have been prevented with one clear conversation, one piece of paperwork or note, a box or a binder of important documents, just one moment of courage to prepare. So why don't we do it? Why do so many smart, caring, capable people leave these blanks? Because talking about death feels impossible. It just feels final. It feels too heavy. We tell ourselves, I don't want to upset my kids, I'll figure it out later, or even they're smart, they'll know what to do, but they won't, not fully. And avoiding the conversation doesn't protect them. It just protects us from not wanting to talk about this topic. And while that is completely human, it's also so backwards because the moment we avoid now becomes their burden later. And they'll know what to do becomes, I wish I could have asked them when I could. We can change that. Let's reframe what this actually is. Talking about your wishes isn't morbid, it's generous. And writing them down shouldn't feel cold because it's kind. It gives your loved ones freedom. When your people know exactly what you want, they don't have to guess, and they don't have to argue, wondering if they're honoring you or disappointing you. They can simply follow your guidance with confidence, love, and peace. That clarity gives them freedom from chaos and anxiety, and it's giving them the freedom to grieve instead of scramble under pressure. There is freedom and clarity, and that is a true gift. How to start communicating your wishes. If the idea of doing this feels overwhelming, it's understandable. Just start small. I'm going to give you 3 steps you can do to make it feel a little less overwhelming. First step, write down 3 things you'd want your loved ones to know if something happened to you. Maybe it's how you want to be remembered. Maybe it's what you want done with the house. Maybe it's who should handle your personal affairs. Step 2, choose one trusted partner in this. Your trusted partner can be a sibling, an adult child, or even a very close friend. All you have to do is tell them where the note from step 1 is. You can just tell them, I'm not done with everything, but here's where to start. And step 3 is expand when you're ready. Maybe it's starting a legacy box or a legacy station where you're centralizing all your essential documents for anyone to go and find what they need if the time comes. So they aren't playing a guessing game while they're grieving. You don't have to have it all perfect. You just need to make it clear enough that they don't have to wonder. I know this stuff isn't comfortable. It forces us to face a topic we'd rather ignore. But here's what I know from both sides, whether it's organizing with those who recently lost someone or even my own experiences with loss. Guessing is much harder. Guessing can be so painful in an already surreal moment. Guessing can divide families who should be holding each other up. So please don't leave them guessing. You don't have to have every answer. Just start naming what matters to you. Every direction you offer is just one more sigh of relief on the other end. And that offers peace, knowing they're doing right by you. And that peace will outlast any fear that kept you from starting. So here's your invitation today. Write one note, make one call, have one short talk. Just a simple, small start in the right direction. Tell them where your mind is at and where your paperwork is. If this has helped you feel a little clearer and maybe a little braver, then follow for more step-by-step guidance on legacy planning, death cleaning, and creating a roadmap that your family will be thankful for. If this resonated with you, join my Skool community. Click the link in the description or go to Skool, Skool.com/marigold-planning.